Having a place to go is a home. Having someone to love is a family. Having both is a blessing. The family is where we are formed as people. Every family is a brick in the building of society. Good afternoon, listeners at home. We are on to our program this afternoon, Home Affairs. On this program, we discover about family life, we discover about marriage, we discover about relationship, we discover about our children and everything that has to do with family. And when the family is good, the society will be good. Daddy will smile, mommy will smile, and we live together happily. My name is Bolade Bola, and I have a guest with me. I don't come here alone. I come with a guest, and I'm here with a grandfather, a father, an elder, somebody that you'll be happy you listen to, somebody who has seen much about life, if I may put it that way. With me is our daddy, Engineer Inabriam. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much.
How are you today?
I'm doing very, very well.
Please, can you introduce yourself?
Okay. Thank you for inviting me to your show. My name, as has been mentioned, is Engineer John Inaburehan. I'm a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. I am the managing director and principal partner of an engineering consulting firm, John Can Limited, Consulting Engineers. Our main core area of practice is roads and bridges and tall buildings. I'm also the chairman and the proprietor of Caris Group of Schools. It's a nursery primary school, a thriving nursery primary school based in Alagbaka, here in Akure. Incidentally, I'm also a teacher there. So my wife, who is the proprietress, who runs the school really on a daily basis, pays me, I would say an allowance, I won't call it salary, on a monthly basis, because I teach there. I teach mathematics to primaries 4, 5, and 6. So I'm also chairman of the hospitality outfit, Sharon Exclusive Hotels and Suites, which is based in Ijapo Estate. I'm a national director also of the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International. And also I am a Bible study leader in my church, Chapel of Annunciation, Vining. I think that will do for now. Thank you, listeners. God bless us.
I'm sure you know that he's wearing so many caps, so many. And, I've not even introduced the topic of our discussion, but from his introduction, I'm sure you'll be able to get that we're going to be talking about professionalism. Yes, he is the best person to take this topic. Yes, like I said, he's a professional, and he has mentioned 2-3 types of, should I call it career or his passion, things that he engages in. And before we even came on air, he was talking about how to exercise. I'm a small girl, and he's teaching me how to exercise. You can imagine an elderly person teaching a small girl how to exercise, but we all need it as we grow.
That's correct.
So today we are going to be talking about working towards professionalism, the power of creativity and innovation. You will all agree with me that where we are now in Nigeria, everybody, we have to have our hands on deck and see what extra we can do to make a living. If not for a living, something you can engage yourself in that can keep body and soul together. And so, like I said, Daddy will be in the best position to enlighten us, to teach us, to educate us, and to advise us on how we can improve on the areas of our life that put food on our table, or we can also engage in. So I will start by saying this afternoon, sir, that what is professionalism?
Okay, professionalism in summary is an occupation, something you do for a living. It puts food on your table, the table of your family. But before then, it's a career you have learnt over a period of time, maybe in a polytechnic, maybe in the university. It's a discipline you have acquired through training and learning some skills. And now you are working with those skills and training and competencies gathered. You are using it to work and to make a living for your family. Mm-hmm. So basically, that's professionalism. It's something you've been trained to do, and over a period of time, you've acquired enough skill, enough knowledge, and now you begin to put it to use for a living. That, I think, in a nutshell, is what I would call professionalism. You're putting to use for a living what you've learned, and you're doing that for society. You're rendering service to society. You're also making a living. You're putting food on the table of your family. So that is what I would call professionalism.
All right. Now, you talked about creativity.
Yep.
How about innovation?
Okay. Creativity is the ability to create or to bring up ideas for services, for production of goods, for solutions. You just bring up the ideas. So they are still in the mental state.
Okay.
Now, innovation is turning creativity into workable, practical solutions. So creativity creates it in the mind. You have the picture clearly in the mind, but it's not yet on ground. Innovation puts it on ground, makes it practical. And then the third one is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship turns innovation to money. So that's the build-up. Creativity is critical thinking, and you can think out solutions.
Okay.
Innovation, you bring the solutions on ground by practical, workable solutions. It can be built. It's not in the mind anymore. Then entrepreneurship turns the innovation to money.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, something came to my mind. Let me just quickly say it now. You are trying to explain vision and mission. You have a vision of this is what I want. I can do this. And you're being able to go about it is the mission.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, how do you monetize your mission? How do you monetize your innovation? How do you monetize monetizing it makes you an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So what is the process?
Okay. If you have a vision, now the first thing is to ask yourself how to be your best in life. And that is very important because many people are just going around in circles. They're not making progress in life. And that's because they have not discovered who they are. So in life, you can be going around in circles. You have activities. You are just moving. You are very active, but you are not making tangible progress. You are not going forward. The reason for that is that you don't have a vision. So if you have a vision, the first thing you would need to ask yourself, even before the vision, is who am I? What kind of person I am? You have to
discovery.
Thank you, self-discovery. You must know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you just be floating with the crowd. You know?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So once you now know who you are, you know what that is. You know your strengths. You know your weaknesses. You know who you are. You can then define the vision of your life prayerfully. You can now say, this is what I want to be in spite of my inadequacies, in spite of my weaknesses, and I know my strengths. I know my competencies. I also know my weaknesses. I know my shortcomings. So with all that, you can now define the kind of vision you want to have. You prayerfully, what is the vision of my life? Okay, I want to be the best administrator in the civil service or in life, or I want to be a renowned engineer, or I want to create the best secondary school in Ondo State. Those are clear vision statements. Now, your commitment to that vision is what you call mission.
All right.
And you must write your vision statement out in a very, very defined manner, short and cute. Then your mission is your commitment. When you commit yourself to your vision, because some people have vision, but they don't run with the vision. You see, so you need to run with the vision. If you are committed to the vision, then we say, yes, you're a man or a woman on a mission. You have a clear mission. You put your mission statement out. Now, but that doesn't end there. You now must set up the goals. What goals must I achieve so that I can fulfill my mission in life and therefore realize the vision of my life?
Okay.
So that's the process it goes through in defining who you are and in putting your vision. Because if you don't have a vision, your life will just be in circles. And that's what the Bible mentions. The Bible says, where there is no vision, the people perish. So vision is very key. And I remember there's a lady who was blind. She made a statement. She became blind at infancy, but she became very productive. She was so sought after in spite of her shortcoming. And she made a statement. She said, "What is worse than being blind? What is worse than physically being blind is to have eyes and not to have a vision." So those of us who our eyes are opened, but we have no vision in life, he said that situation is worse than being physically blind.
Okay.
I hope you get it.
Yes.
And she was saying that because in spite of her own physical defects of being blind, she managed to overcome that defect, that shortcoming, and became so productive, so useful. She was so sought after. She was called here and there to give seminars and so on. People loved her teachings and so on. And many people in the world were blessed by her.
And she was making waves.
She was making waves, yet she was blind.
Wow. Are you saying that everybody should have a vision?
That is absolute. Very, very important, because a vision simply means, what is the purpose? Why am I on planet Earth? What am I doing here? Why did God create me?
Everyone is on a mission.
Everyone has to be on a kind of mission.
Okay.
You see, because God created, today the population of the earth is about at least 7 billion people. I'm not sure of the correct statistics, but the population of the world today is about 7 billion plus. Now, one person in each of the 7 billion has a different thumbprint.
That's true.
You know that.
Yes.
You are married to an icon who is a judge in the Nigerian judiciary. So you know what the importance of thumbprinting is in the legal profession. And each of the 7 billion people have different thumbprints in their hands. So God has made each one of us unique, peculiar, and different from each other. No two of us are the same. So you don't try to copy another person. You are original. Don't be a copy.
You are unique.
You are unique.
In your own way.
You are yourself. Don't be a copy. Be original. You know we have original copy.
Yes,
we have the copies. So don't be a copy of another person.
Wow.
Because God has made you original. So remain original. And in trying to be original, you must now define what is the vision of my life. Am I on a mission to fulfill the vision? Have I set goals to achieve my mission and therefore realize my vision?
Wow, thank you. Before I go to the next question, the Yoruba people used to say that meaning that the sky is very big for everybody to fly without even having an accident.
Correct. Perfect.
Thank you.
Yes.
That really does to the next question, which says, in our world where the economic situation is becoming unbearable, inflation of goods and services is on the rise, family needs are outgrowing the family income. What is the place of innovation and creativity in this?
Okay.
Because we are crying that things are very expensive, yes. Everything is saturated.
Yeah.
But from your earlier explanation that if you and I have a mission and we pursue it, then I shouldn't be jobless. I shouldn't say that I don't have what to do or I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, if you are a person with a clear vision, that means you have a destination.
Yeah.
If you have a destination, you can't be jobless. So the fact that you have a vision will motivate you to become creative, to become innovative. You know, they say necessity is the mother of invention.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to be jobless. You don't want to be idle. You want to see how your vision, you must have a vision. How do I now translate my vision into innovativeness, into creativity? And that is very, very important in a family. So the outcome of that is you don't depend on just one source of income. There are many things you can do. The first thing is to see, what do I have? You know, like God asked Moses, what is in your hand? So you need to ask yourself the question, what is in my hand? That is to say, what natural resources do I have? What are my talents? What are my gifts? Whether they are spiritual gifts or talents, or whether they are abilities I have acquired either from my parents or from people. What do I have as a person? What are my own natural resources and material resources? Okay, like you have a building, you have land, Maybe at the back of the house, you have so much land there. So you have all that. You have gifts. Maybe for instance, you sing. Do you know you can turn your singing to money?
Yeah.
Maybe you can dance very well. Today, people are making money through dancing. Maybe you can talk. You can talk clearly and very well.
And convince people.
Now, that is not to make you a talkative. That is a gift of God for you to use constructively. So if you can communicate, then people are making money from being MC.
It's true.
And that's communicating. You know, when you see in gatherings, when you attend events, when you hear an MC who talks well, you love it.
Yeah.
But when you hear an MC who mixes his sentences, tenses, you are put off, you know.
Yeah.
So people are looking for people who will be their MC, who will talk on their behalf, who have good communication skills, and they pay them. So if you're a dressmaker by nature, you can knit, you can do anything. Find out what is in you that you can turn to money. Because the Bible says the gift of a man makes a way. It will make a way for you. If you have land at the back of your house, why are you keeping that land fallow? Why not grow vegetables? Why not grow all kinds of things so that you don't even go to the market to buy vegetables and fruits and so on? In my compound, we eat about 4 or 5 fruits every year. We have guava, we have mango, we have cashew, we have oranges, and 1 or 2 others. In fact, we have plantain.
Wow.
You know, we have banana. So we really have to go and spend money buying fruits. So we can do a lot to make the economy of the family economy very good, in spite of the state of the national economy.
Yes. We have a lot of our youths going about, should I use the word begging? Not even youths alone. Some will say they don't have what to do. Some will say I have learned a skill. Some will say I'm a graduate, but I don't have money or no employment, or I don't have what it takes to start a business.
Yeah, that can be a problem. Money. Yeah, money is important because the Bible even said it. The Bible says money answereth to all things. It also says money is a defense, but the only thing that can give life is wisdom.
It's wisdom.
At least that one, money cannot give wisdom.
No.
That is to say, money cannot give salvation. But money can do a whole lot of things, you know. So the way out of this is, one, don't see the money as the problem.
Or as the first thing.
As the first thing.
Yes.
Don't see the money as the first thing or as the problem. If you do, you have a problem already. You see, because anything you want to achieve, anything you want to become, anything you want to achieve is inside you. That's how God made us. Because we are co-creators like God. He made us to be like Him. So we can create because He creates, because we are made in His image. So, and everything God created came out of Him. There's nothing that was existing that He created. No. Everything, the earth, the water, the sea, the moon, the water, the animals, everything God created came out of.
They were just pronunciations.
He was just calling them out.
He called them out.
Yes.
Called them forth.
Calls them forth. So let there be, and there was.
Yes.
So we are too. Everything you want to achieve is inside you. And we need to master the ability to create through our tongue by calling forth what we want. That is the spiritual dimension.
Being positive.
Being positive. Know who you are.
Seeing that thing ahead. Even though it's not yet with you.
Yes.
But you are seeing it.
You are saying
You are moving towards it.
You are moving
gradually.
Thank you. You know, what you are saying now reminds me, a lot of the battle the children of Israel fought, God will tell them, even before they start the battle, God will say, I have given you the land. So as far as God is concerned, in the spiritual realm, they have possessed the land, but they have not possessed it.
Yeah.
So that is very important, because if we don't get that spiritual dimension, we will not achieve much. Now, you now leave that, and then you look at yourself. What can I do? And you start small.
You start small. That is the word. Start small.
And let the business grow as the fortune of the business increases. That is the mistake most people make. They are looking at Dangote. My friend, you can't become Dangote overnight. Dangote took 40 years to become what he was. So Dangote struggled. He struggled, and he is what he is today because he was processed through time, and he suffered. But he was focused. He started small. If I remember the story, he started with what the uncle gave him 500,000. That was then.
That was a lot of money then.
Yes. Well, but relatively at that time, it wasn't also big money. Relative to now, yes, it was a lot of money. But it was a small money then, relatively to the times then, But that's to say, he started small, and the business grew as the fortunes of the business grew, So that is what I would say. Young people should start small, and the business will grow. But we've had businesses where I'm in the hospitality industry, so I know what is happening there to an extent. There was this man who built a 100+ room hotel, and he had problems because you just came into the business and you built a 100-room hotel. There are other existing hotels already, and there's so many hotels in town.
Yeah, your competitors.
So when you now come, you start with 100 rooms. Who will occupy 100 rooms? Because
as a starter,
because there are many other hotels people are going to. So there's no way they can occupy 100 rooms. So the man was having problem with market. People are not coming. The rooms are not being filled. Meanwhile, he was paying back loan.
Wow.
He could not meet the monthly repayments because he could not meet the volume of sales of business. And eventually, the hotel had to
fold up.
He folded up. So that's an example not to start big. If you had built, say, 20 rooms, you see, that's a problem because so much money. So you just put the money, bam, into it. That's a mistake.
Another mistake he made is I don't start business. I'm not a business person, so I'm just in the making.
Yes.
Let me ask a question.
Okay. No, make your comments.
Let me ask a question.
Okay.
Do you start a business with loan, or should you start a business with loan?
Yeah, you can. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right. From the scratch.
Yes.
Because what I used to hear is that you must have started doing something.
Yeah, but you must make sure your risk. You know what I mean by your risk when you take a loan.
Yes.
Your exposures are manageable.
Okay.
Your risk, the risk you are taking is manageable.
All right.
In the sense that even if this loan I'm taking, even if the business does not make it, I have other resources, other assets that I can fall back, or that can clear the loan.
All right.
So I can still sleep. The loan will not kill me because the business did not thrive.
All right.
And many people have died because they took money from the bank. The loan killed them because the exposure was too much, more than their assets. So if you are taking loan, you must take a sensible volume or quantum of loan and start the business small with a small amount of loan. So that even if anything happens to the business and you have to repay the loan and the business did not succeed, you can just sell a property and repay your loan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, sir. My next question is, a lot of our youths are traveling out.
Yeah.
They are jackbarring now.
Yes, that's another big issue.
From my wealth of knowledge, when they get there, they don't do just one job. Some wake up as early as 4, go to somewhere to sweep the office, and they come back. Some do 2-3 jobs in a day. Is that possible in this country? Or, let me put it, is it advisable now as a man to depend on only one job?
Okay, your questions are like 2 in 1 now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whether what they are doing.
Because what you are going there, you are spending millions, you are selling your things, go over there to work. Doing 2, 3, 4 jobs. Yeah.
Are you saying whether that's bad or whether that is possible in Nigeria?
Is it possible in Nigeria?
Okay, to be having 2 or 3 jobs?
Yes.
Well,
or are the jobs there? Are the jobs there?
Well, okay, that's a proper question. That's a good question because I doubt if you can easily find people doing 2 or 3 jobs here in Nigeria because the jobs are not there, except they're very menial jobs. But the proper job setting where you are on a pensionable project, a pensionable job, and so on, a proper job offer, you can't do that. You can't. In fact, it's not even allowed in some places. You can't do more than a job.
Okay.
So I mean, permanent work now, permanent job. You can't be doing a job here and getting salary from another job.
All right.
It's an abuse. But of course, there are some people, like people in the clerical vocation.
Okay.
Pastors, like in the Anglican, you can't be a priest of the Anglican and be doing another job.
No.
It's forbidden. Then you have people, even in the legal profession, judges, for instance.
Yeah.
I don't think they allow judges to be doing another job.
No, I think in the civil service, you cannot be on two ministries' payroll.
Okay, good. You cannot.
You can do a government job and maybe a private
at your spare time.
At your spare time.
Yes, fine.
That will not take you away from your job
fine.
For a long time.
Fine.
It's not even recognized by the government.
Yes. So you can be a civil servant administrator in the office of the governor and the office of Ministry of Health or whatever. And then in the evening, you can be teaching maths or English, doing remedial studies for children and making money from that. Yeah, so that is allowed. You have, I think there are also nurses who are working in the state hospital, but they are quietly in their homes. They are also practicing
some services.
Yes, service to the community.
Neighborhood.
Yes, neighborhood.
They're making their money.
Because they are cheaper than going to the doctor.
Yes, or even having small scale chemists and all that.
Yes.
Now, sir, how do you classify? What's your definition of a lazy man or a lazy woman?
You mean a married person in the home?
Human being.
Okay.
Because we know that for what I do, this program I do and counseling, some men don't want to get married because they say they don't have what it takes. Now, the ladies out there too, maybe their mouth is, big. They have a particular standard. They want a man who has this or small. Even those who are married, some say that husbands are still laid back. It's not meeting up with the family needs. So how do you say, is the person a lazy man or he's still doing his job, but it's not adequate enough?
Well, the first thing is that if you are married, a man now, if you are married, the biblical injunction is that the man provides for the home.
Yeah.
I believe that, and not the woman. The woman is helper or helps. That is what I believe, and I think that is my opinion.
Your definition is right. That was what we were made for.
So it is incumbent on the man that you are able to provide for your family. But if for some reasons, like being indolent, it happens. You have a lot of men who are not able to meet up, and it's not because there's no work for them there. Because if, like I always say, even to this, my children who japa, I say, look, if there's no work in Nigeria, if there's no work, create one. Look for, because you are a creator. You can create something, you can create work. If you look deep, if you check, you really look deep. You don't need to japa. You can create job, even with the state of the economy.
And start small.
Yes, and start small. That's always the rule. Start small and then grow. At least in Nigeria, we have very powerful family system.
Exactly.
Where we support each other, family and family. So you have your uncles here and the aunties. If this one sends 10,000, this one another 100,000, that one 200,000, that one. You have something.
That's when they see that you are being productive.
Exactly. That's when they see you are. But
you are trying your best.
Yes, but if you are there, you are a man and you are sleeping, and you wake up anytime, you are not punctual, you are indolent, you are not taking risk. Because there are so many men who don't want to take risk. They want to settle in their comfort zone. If you don't want to take risk as a Christian, you never go forward.
Wow.
If you don't take risk, you must dare. If you don't learn to dare, and there are so many men who are married, a husband, who don't want to
Something
dare.
Something is coming to my mind now.
They want to stay in the comfort zone. That is not good.
The Bible says, if you see a man who is diligent,
exactly,
he shall stand before kings.
Not before ordinary men, mean men, yes. Diligence is important.
Yeah, so whatever you find your hands to do, do it well.
Exactly.
And very soon somebody can come and say, what can I do for you?
Exactly.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yes.
So you should have to keep at it.
Yes.
Somebody was telling me about tenacity. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. Wow. Thank you so much.
That's correct. Yes.
So, as a professional, what are the bad attitudes that can kill professionalism, creativity, and success in one's job?
The bad attitudes, things that can kill success, professionalism. For me, as a Christian, number one, I think is sin. If a Christian indulges in sin, you are not only killing your own self, your spirit, your reputation, you're also killing the organization. So, and if the organization knows you are not helpful, you can be asked to leave. The second thing is, if you, as a professional, if you don't adhere to standards
of the organization,
of the profession.
Okay.
Because every profession has standards.
Yeah.
In the engineering profession, we have standards of conduct. We call it code of conduct.
Code of conduct.
Yes. That is how a professional engineer must behave. How you must render your service, the standards you must meet, even what you should charge, your fees, what the client should pay. If you charge less, it's a misconduct. It's not the profession will frown at you. They will say you are cheapening the profession. You're a bad egg because you are cheapening us. So you don't charge less, although the client determines what you get and so on. There are other things that if your attitude to work, you come late to work, and then you are indolent at work, you are not serious. You are not going the extra mile. You are just somebody who is fixated. You do only what you are told. Because you see, some people...
You are not creative.
You are not creative. You are not innovative in your place of work. You just maintain status quo.
Garbage out.
Thank you. What you are told to do is what you do. You don't do more, you don't do less. You are not very... You are doing your work, but you are not going the extra mile for the organization. So all those things have a negative impact on your success and so on.
One must be up and doing.
One must be up and running and go the extra mile, go the extra mile for the organization. So they can see that, yes, you are trying to make the organization go upward.
There is no place you find yourself that you cannot thrive.
Yeah.
When you are determined to. I will give you a story and I want you to analyze it.
Yeah.
I went somewhere to minister and I was actually picked from my house to go and minister there. So after the administration, going back home, a man volunteered to drive me back home. So in the course of the driving, he now said, "Mommy, I purposely asked him to allow me drive you back home, that he wanted to talk to me." I said, "Okay, I'm all ears." He said, he's a taxi driver.
Okay.
And that his wife, he's doing professional exam in accounting.
Okay.
And that she has bought him a car for the taxi. She is doing professional exam. They are building a house.
Okay.
But that she's moving fast and she has asked him to go back to school, but he feels that he's satisfied with what he's doing. And I said, that's not enough. Whereas this woman will leave you. She's actually moving fast to become a chartered accountant. Now, for some homes, for some marriages, this is the story.
Yeah.
The man is down there, the woman is up there. Or the man is up there and the woman is down.
Yeah,
now, what's your optic on this? How should they improve themselves? One, to keep the marriage. Number two, to be able to interact at the same level. I don't know if I get what I'm saying. Yes. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I do. This is what you call the unequal yoke syndrome. Unequal yoke. So when we read unequal yoke in the Bible, in 1 Corinthians, I think 6 or so or something, it's not only about an unbeliever and a believer getting married. Even two believers can be living in an unequal yoke, in the sense that, as you just painted, the husband is down there on the social status ladder. The wife is up there. They will have problems. In the sense that even when it comes to communication, and then when it comes to the man in the public, the way the woman sees her wife, sees the man, her husband, she will not be all that happy. There's a psychological drawback in her.
Okay.
Now look, this man, the example you gave, these were the considerations of the woman, why the woman was pushing. The woman was not really thinking of the man bringing more money.
No.
That may be part of it. But I believe the most important aspect of her worry was the level of the man. How is the man viewed in the public? How is this my husband viewed in the public? That may be a worry to her. So she would then be doing all those things she was trying to do.
In fact, he told me himself that even despite the fact that the woman bought him that car, he doesn't even offer to drop her at work.
Okay.
So he was actually waiting for the woman to bolt out of the marriage.
I see.
Now he has killed himself.
Yeah.
But I feel even with this, we have a lot of people in the society that did not do more than their primary 6 of those days, but they are doing well. Because now you have a car, you can make money. Then there's a way you can even improve yourself.
Yeah.
Your spoken English, and some other things
your
like
outlook.
that. Your outlook.
Your personality.
But some people are just laid back.
Yeah. Yes, that is what I'm saying. It's not really also about having to make the man become high educationally, but his outlook.
Be innovative in your brain.
Yes, because not everybody is destined to go to formal education.
That's true.
Not everybody. Some people have been destined to be creators of wealth without going to school. They may just go to the minimum school. I mean, we talk about people like Bill Gates, who the story we know is that he didn't complete his schooling. And there's so many people, so many scientists people like Albert Einstein, who today, a lot of the principles of modern electrical engineering are attributable to his research and his findings. But when he started school, Albert Einstein was, by his teacher said that he was mentally worthless. When he was a boy, he just couldn't think properly, that he was mentally worthless. But this is somebody who became a big personality in electrical engineering. A lot of the things we have, electricity and lighting and so on, are attributable to the work of this mentally worthless Albert Einstein. So that is just to say that the response of a man, his outlook, his personality, are key. His attitude to life is key. Very, very important. So
like being ambitious.
Yes, being ambitious. Shall I say ambitious, or being responsive to this environment you are in, and being up to date in the way you think, even in your dressing, in your attitude to society and to life generally. So you may not be high up academically and still have a successful marriage to a woman who is high up. And once there is respect, there's love, and the woman sees that this man is able to, his courage in the community is good. He speaks well. He's respected, he has principles, he's an honest person. He has other non-academic values.
Exactly.
People will,
Thank you so much, sir. Now, what are the significance of having mentors or role models who embody professionalism and creativity in their work? When you talk of mentors, people think of spiritual mentors, that and that. But I have a mentor. I have a mentor from the age of 18.
Okay.
Till date.
Okay.
Even though I don't call him just anyhow, but whatever makes me to call, I mean, in a tight corner. And I know that once, if I don't know, at times when I talk, I say, who taught you that? Who taught you to, is that what Christ did? So, and what is the reason behind mentorship? Should we have mentor? Of what significance does it help us? Because I believe if you have a mentor, you won't be stopped. You won't be stranded. You won't be stagnated.
Yeah, mentors are important. I think everyone should have somebody you look up to.
Yes.
Simply put, that is what mentoring means. Somebody you look up to for guidance, somebody you look up to for correction, somebody you look up to for advice, somebody you look up to for counsel. Because again and again in life, we always come to the crossroad. We don't know what to do. We don't know what decisions to take. Do we go left? Do we go right? At that time, a mentor can be very, very useful. So let nobody be an island on himself. Be responsible to somebody. Find somebody in life you are responsible to. Somebody who can check you. Who can call you and say, my friend, what you are doing is not right.
No matter your age?
No matter your age. Yes. I'm 70 plus, not up to 71, but I can still be corrected by a mentor. Why not? There's no time we would outgrow discipline and correction. I don't think there's a time. Maybe you are 80, so you can't be corrected anymore. Of course, by the time you are 70, there are certain expectations that you've overcome certain things in life. So
childish things.
So nobody expects, but doesn't mean
you expect to take good decisions.
Yes, good decisions, because when important issues come up and the elders have to decide, the decision of elders can be very contradicting, and they're all elders. So if I'm taking a wrong position in that matter, I should have somebody who call me and say, look, the position you are taking, you and your co-elders, is not correct. That person can talk to my head, my senses. So mentors are always good, but of course one should be careful the mentors you keep too, because mentors too,
they can be rigid.
Mentors can be rigid.
They may feel in a particular way. This is how you should do it, whereas you feel different.
Yes. So sometimes that happens where you don't agree with your mentor or somebody who is advising you. That could happen. Yes, that happens. There are many marriages that have that kind of problem. A number of marriages that have. There's an issue we're dealing with now. The lady respects me and my wife a lot, but she's not staying with us. The marriage is breaking. And we're telling her we are wrong, but she's not staying with us. But in fact, she's my wife's prayer partner. They are prayer partners till today, till tomorrow. And she respects me a lot because I've played a key role in her life in helping her building up. But her marriage is crumbling now because my wife and I believe she's wrong, but she believes she's right. The man came to my house last week or 8 days ago. Said he wanted to see me and my wife. We sat down. Said the reason I came to see the two of you is that I came to give you information. I don't want any counseling. This marriage we're ending. So I came to tell you so that when it happens, don't be surprised. Thank you. No, I don't want any counseling. See, so that was a difficult one. He said he doesn't want to hear anything. And we know it is wrong. We know the wife is wrong, to be honest. One might even say the man is tired, which is what he said. I'm tired. I don't want to go into details.
Yes, that will lead me to the next question. How have you been able to marry your profession with your marriage?
Oh, okay. Profession and marriage. It's gone fairly well. I don't think I've had issues. It's been challenging sometimes. My wife has had to stomach with a lot of things. There are sometimes I stay very late in the office and she's waiting for me because in my home, when I'm eating, she must sit down with me.
That's the rule.
That's the rule.
Okay.
Unwritten rule. It will be strange.
She does it just.
Yeah, yes. It will just yes. It will be strange if I'm eating and she's not sitting down. That something has happened.
Okay.
Something wrong has happened. Even if something has happened that is wrong, she will still sit down.
Okay.
Even if she's not happy with me, she will still sit down.
So what do you discuss when you're eating?
Oh, well, we just chat, tell her about the day. She will ask how has the day been, I chat. And when I had to ask her, because she's been in education, so how was the school and so on. And we chat and so on. So marriage and profession can be challenging. That's the truth. That's the truth.
I want to establish something before you go further.
Yeah.
I love to talk about the dining table.
Oh, okay.
Because the dining table is your place of conference on a daily basis, especially at night.
We meet there.
Yes. So no matter, I like what you said, that even when something goes wrong, she's still there.
Yeah. Yes.
She's able to look at your countenance, what you went through throughout the day, and if somebody offended you, from there she'll be able to judge your health. Maybe you're not eating well, and you're able to ask her how was your day and this. Exactly. So family, I do encourage families to make sure they have a dining table.
Correct.
Very, very important.
Where they sit, they eat together.
Exactly. Yeah. And you're able to study even your children.
Yeah.
And when a child is not sitting at the table, something is wrong too. A child who wants to sneak away to eat alone. A child who has been vocal before and is just reserved and is not saying anything, you're able to notice.
But you see, the children sometimes, for fear of daddy, especially, for them to eat with the parents is a problem.
Well, if they've been doing it all along, and you encourage them to also be part of the discussion on the table.
Yeah, but not every time.
Not every time, because it actually
like for me in my home, Sunday after service, lunch, everybody, we must eat together, at least that day. But to be honest, all the other days, the children...
For one reason or the other.
Yeah, either by the time I'm back, or their mom is back, they have already eaten.
Yes.
Yeah, so for you to... But Sunday where nobody goes anywhere after church, no other... We try to, because when you eat together, there's a kind of spirit of fellowship it promotes. Very, very important.
The bond,
very, very key. So when I hear of couples, they don't eat together, they are missing something. Thank
you. The reason why we are talking about this is family values. Some families don't even have what they stand for. Yeah. This is what happens in their home.
Yes.
Thanks so much. Right. So back to your professionalism and marriage.
Yes. Sometimes you find that the woman too can be at work, comes in very late, and the man is waiting, is hungry, is waiting. For instance, me sometimes, I love that we eat together. So sometimes I will wait, and because she does school job, now that she's a proprietress, she almost will be the last to leave school. To be sure all the children have gone home. Because some parents leave their children after school, though they pay, and then to be sure everything is okay. So, and I'm waiting and I'm hungry.
At home.
At home. Sometimes I'll get tired of waiting and I'll just eat. And then when she comes, she too will eat. Sometimes I could take offense. Why are you coming so late? I do take offense.
It's normal.
Yeah, I tell her, look. Then I have a wife who goes to a lot of church fellowship activities during the week. And one thing with her, she must stay to the end when grace is said. Now, I have been much offended on that. I said, look, it's okay you go to the fellowship. But on a day I could not come to the fellowship, or even church, evening, if it's an evening function, you know your husband is waiting for you. Please, for God's sake, don't wait to the end. After the main talk or whatever, message or something,
excuse yourself.
Just excuse yourself, because there's somebody at home waiting for you. And we have quarreled a number of times on that. I must be frank with you. But she will not. She's so religious about waiting to the end. She feels if she doesn't wait to the end, the fellowship is not complete for her. So I'm battling with that.
I'm sure you are going to balance it. You are balancing it.
Well, yeah, because me too, yeah, okay. Sometimes she waits, and the problem with my own case is journeys.
Okay.
I travel a lot, and each time I travel, I have pity for her. She's the only one at home now, and I still travel. Last week, I was in Abuja for Tuesday to Saturday, most of the week. She was the only one in that big house. At night, I would just be imagining, how is she faring? Hope nothing will happen to her. So those fears, God has been keeping us. So that's a lot of sacrifice on the part of the woman.
Yeah, I still have one more question before I go to the next final question. Now, building relationship as you grow old. There's a lot of fear in people as they grow old that once their children leave the house, because the husband and the wife have not really been close or friends, they grow apart. And as you grow to, you kind of drop some friends or some friends who pass away and things like that. And you find out that your line, it becomes lean. The line of friends become lean.
Yeah.
What's your plan? How do you intend coping with that?
That's coping with friends.
Yes.
As you grow old.
As you grow.
Your relationships with people.
A lot of some people will just pull apart.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about isolation. And you find out a lot of old people complain that nobody's looking for them, they are alone and things like that.
Yeah. Well, that's generally as you grow older, isolation begins to set in.
Exactly.
All of us will begin
especially after retirement.
Especially after we begin to stay in our cocoon, in our enclave. We don't want to be bothered. Let me just keep my space. Yes, and the other person who you grew together, also an elderly person now, retired, is also keeping his space. The other one is keeping her space. We're all keeping our space. And so there's no more fellowship. Actually, that could be a challenge because part of longevity is thriving relationship. Socializing is one way to longevity.
Okay.
That's what, I don't know what you call sociologists tell us, that if you become more social, you tend to live longer. But if you isolate and you are alone, you will be thinking too much. You are not communicating with anybody. Your brain is not working anymore so the blood system is not as dynamic. So they encourage you to socialize. So when that is happening, it's a problem. And thank God for the phone. We can call each other and so on and so forth. But you see, it's not the same thing as when you physically visit yourself.
Exactly. Even children too. Even our children too.
Isolate. They just stay off. You're right. Even our children too. We've noticed that in our children. Although in their own case, they're all abroad, they're all outside the country, so the issue of coming to visit does not even arise. But even we have a family platform in WhatsApp. We all try to keep the platform active, but none of them will call us and say, how are you, daddy? How are you, mommy? Some do, but what I try to do is to ensure we have family meeting once a month.
Okay. Even on the platform?
Yes, on Zoom.
Okay.
On Zoom. We have a family meeting once a month. It's a must. So this February now, we have fixed that of February for Sunday. So we're going to meet. And when we meet like that, we are just sharing reports from each family. Your family, they will give your report. If there's anything to be thankful to God, if there's any issue of concern.
Like Thanksgiving.
Yes. Then you are free to keep anything private for your family to yourself. If you don't want to tell the rest of us and you want to keep your own family, any issue, you are free. If you want to share, you are free.
Wow.
Testimonies, what is happening, progress. So after he or she has spoken, then the rest will make comments on his report. Advice, counsel. Then the next person will give a report. Then we all discuss his or her report, advice, counsel, and it's helping us.
That was intentional.
Yes.
Family life is an intentional thing.
You're right.
You have a vision, you have a mission. You can drop some, you can pick up some.
You're correct.
And it moves your family forward.
Exactly.
And there's unity, there is a bond in it.
Yes.
And a family that's prays together, stays together.
So that what you use is very, very instructive. The success of a family has to be an intentional process.
It has to be intentional.
You have to be. Even success itself has to be intentional.
Exactly. I tell people that when you're going into marriage, what you have in mind before going to that marriage, you will make sure you keep it up.
Yes.
For example, when you say in this marriage, I want peace, you will fight for it.
And you'll be intentional about it. Because it will not come automatically.
Problem will come, but you tell that problem, no way.
Yes, because you know what you want.
Exactly. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Now the last question.
Okay.
You are a successful civil engineer.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yes.
Thank you.
From what you have said. In fact, I should go ahead and question everything you mentioned when we were starting the program. We will still be here for some few hours. So how have you grown over the years? Because success is not built in one day.
Yes. That's an area I talk about. And I say that I usually say something. I usually say success is a planned event. You don't jam it. You don't hit it by chance. Again, intentionality comes in.
I love that particular word.
Yes. So that's what I'm also saying. Maybe you've used a better word, intentional, about my being successful in my profession. Be intentional. But I'm also saying success is a planned event.
It's a planned event.
It doesn't come by chance. It doesn't come by just anyhow. You must plan it. And somebody said, the only way to fail in life is not to plan. If you plan, you will succeed. That is God-given. So you don't need a prophecy or somebody to come and prophesy to you that you will be successful. You don't need it. But God has wired us to be successful. He didn't create failures. God is not a failure. He created successful people, good people.
Want us to be in charge.
Exactly. And the death of Christ, if we now bring it to our faith as Christians, why would Christ die and suffer and do all these things and you become a failure in life? I don't think that should be the case. If he died and he did everything, he said, I've given you everything, I must succeed. He could not have died for me to be a failure.
No.
So that's my mentality. I have added diligence, like you said. I've added focus. I've added excellence. I've added integrity. Those are biblical principles I've imbibed. Excellence. I have a knack for excellence. I don't do mediocrity. I don't do my work, my office, the work I do. All my clients, by the grace of God, they've come to know John Khan. That's my company name. John Khan has, if you want a good job, go to him. Go to John Khan. In fact, there was a testimony. We were working for NDDC. We are still working for them. This was some years ago. And we had all this, our consultants for the NDDC. We all come. And they asked us to do some piece of work. So we did, everybody did. Some didn't do, and what we submitted. So when we had the meeting with the director, and he was chastising most of the others that they didn't do a good job, I now told them that all of you, please, this is assignment, go and do it the way John Khan did it. And I was very proud. I was elated because it became a reference point for good, for doing things right. So my advice to young people especially is let them have a knack for excellence and integrity. Okay. Professional excellence. Anything you are doing, be the best. If you are an administrator, be on top. If you are a nurse, be the best. Professionally. Then integrity to be the best. So academically, be the best. Integrity, be the best. Be number one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
My mother passed on some years back, 31 years now.
Oh, that's a long time. Sorry about that.
Thank you. But after she was buried, I got a vacation job and I was to be paid 350 naira.
Okay.
I didn't like it. It was too small for me. 350 naira as of then.
Okay.
So I stopped going for that work, but a week later, something just stopped in my mind that if my mother happens to be alive, she will want me to go back to that place and tell them my mind that what you have offered to give me is not adequate enough. So I stood up. I went there. I complained and they said, okay, please resume your job back. I said, how much are you going to give me? They said, just do your job. And at the end of the month, they gave me my pay package and it was 100% above. I remember my mother for that she will want me.
Yeah.
Did you say you are John Khan?
John Khan, yes.
John Khan. What would you want to be remembered for? What's your legacy?
Yeah, okay.
By your parents? By your children? With the different caps.
My parents are late now.
Yes, with the different caps that you wear. What would you want to be remembered for?
That's a very difficult question. I've never thought of it.
You are still young.
I'm still young. Okay, I'm 70. Okay, that's fine. I think I want to simply be remembered as a man who touched lives because of his knack for excellence and integrity. If they can only remember me for integrity and excellence, that's fine. And if they cannot remember me because I touched lives, because that's what I'm trying to do. Like I said, I teach. I'm the owner of the school.
Okay.
But I'm a teacher in the school. My wife runs the school as a proprietress and as a CEO day to day. I'm not an educationist. Okay. But because of my mathematical background, I'm a teacher. I teach maths. And she pays me an allowance every month. When she's paying the salaries of the worker, I'm on the payroll. So she pays me something for my teaching, So I am touching those children's life. All those children, I teach primary 4, 5, and 6 mathematics. All those children, there's no one who will leave that school and not have a credit in maths.
Wow.
I'm so sure of that. And each time I come to the class, grandpa, that's what they call me. Grandpa, they are happy and they pay attention, And when I'm leaving, some of them will say, no, grandpa, don't leave. Stay with us a little more. Of course, I have to leave because the next class has to.
Yes.
So I'm trying to impact those children.
Thank you so much. You have actually impacted me this afternoon.
And you too.
And
I like your word intentional.
Thank you very much.
I've learned that nice in my head.
Thank you so much, sir.
Being intentional.
What we try to do on this program is to touch families.
Okay.
And to make them know that they can do better.
Very important.
They can be elevated. Yeah. And I'm very, very sure that those who have listened to us this afternoon, we have something to hold on to, something to imbibe, something that can move them forward, something that can elevate them.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Amen. I must thank you for inviting me to your show and to commend you for this work. I never knew this is what you do. It's a lot of work.
Thank you, sir.
When I see you, because I don't know you much, and I think most of the church, we don't know you much. We don't know you much.
It's a gradual thing.
Yes, but you are new, Abby. You are new in the church, so people get to know you. You are a bundle of grace.
Thank you so much.
There's so much in you, and the society needs people like you, because even the church, because some of us are not happy in the church, the way things were.
The Lord will help us. Yes.
We are not happy.
I want to say thank you, sir, for coming up on this program. And if you want to, I believe it's also a counselor, even though he has not said that, but I know he's full of wisdom. The Lord has impacted his life. So if you want counsel in one area or the other, maybe you're a man, you're struggling, or you're a woman in the area of your profession, you want counsel. The number to call is 081-6833-7144. That's my number. When you call me, I can actually connect you to Engineer Abraham.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back here next week. God bless you. See you next week.